Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today I want to talk about a Firebox deck. I found a similar list on Limitless from I don't remember who it was or what tournament. My apologies. If it's your deck, please let us all know in the comments below. But it's a Firebox. Entei's what it's really centered around. 3 copies of Entei V. A nice attack there at Burning Rondo for Fire Colorless, does 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, so up to 220 damage there, 230 HP, so that extra 10 above 220 is a nice number, right? It's always enjoyable when Pokemon have that extra 10 HP, so reasonably tanky. It's a basic, so easy to set up, and decent damage, and fleet-footed ability once per turn. If it's in the active, you may draw a card. So very nice there. A couple other attacking options the way I built the deck. We have Chi-Yu EX. It might be the first time I've played that in the deck, not sure. Paldea evolved. 190 HP EX, so not 8 HP is not super high, but a very nice attack here in Flame Surge. There's the first attack. You can mill 2 for 1, but that's not what we're using it for. For Flame Surge for 2, does 100, which can knock out a lot of pieces, either finish something off that's already damaged or taking out like Lost Zone, Comfies, and such, right? Does 100, but then it also accelerates 1 energy to 3 of your bench Pokemon. So very nice there. Of basic fire energies, that's all we play. So honestly, 1 Chi-Yu, 1 Flame Surge, and we have enough energy in play that we're probably set for the game. So a really nice option. Even if you don't take the knockout, just getting those energies in play sometimes is what you want to do. And then the other attacker, which I've considered putting a second copy in because I really, really like this, is Delphox V. The magical fires, usually what you use, Eerie Glow, where your opponent's active Pokemon's burned and confused, sometimes has a place, but magical fire is why it's here. 3 energy, fire colorless, does 120 to the active. You put 2 energies in the Lost Zone, and you do 120 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it threatens the bench, which is always good, and actually hitting the bench, of course, is very good. It does help win games, so really like this as an attacker. And then we play a 4th attacker. I put Radiant Heatran in. Excuse me. I really like it. We play a Magma Basin, and Radiant Heatran just wants to get those damage counters on it. It has the Raging Blast attack for Fire Colorless, does 70 damage per damage counter on this Pokemon. So 1 Magma Basin, that's 2 damage counters, that does 140. And 2 Magma Basins gets 4 damage counters, that's 280, and you're one-shotting something like a Palkia V-Star, an Arceus V-Star, Giratina V-Star, and a lot of those probably Stage 1 EXs. So very nice, and you can get a 3rd Magma Basin. Now that's 6. 6 times 7 is whatever it is. It's a bunch, and you're one-shotting everything at that point. So it's a real threat. Your opponent may gust it up with boss to take it out because it's a threat, but in which case they're just taking 1 prize instead of the 2 prizes like the other attackers. So really like it here. And of course, and it pairs nicely with Armarouge. We play a 2/2 line for the Armarouge, which has the fire off ability. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a fire energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So we, boom, use Magma Basin to toss the energy onto the Radiant Heatran and to get the damage on it, which we like, and then move it to the active, which we don't want damage, so it works out very, very nicely. Armarouge, very good in a deck like this. And then in terms of engines, we are playing a 2/2 Bibarel, right, for Industrious Incisors, draw the F5 cards in hand. It's useful, for sure. So I'm glad to have that here. We play 1 copy of Squawkabilly EX just to get set up turn 1 with Squawk and Seize. You discard your hand, draw 6 cards. Obviously, with Magma Basin, you want to get things in the discard pile. We want to get down a Bidoof and a Charcadet turn 1, so it just helps make those things more likely. So the Squawkabilly is a nice option there. And then we have 1 Mew EX, which has free retreat. We have Magma Basin. We need to be swinging from the bench to the active a lot of times, so very good there. And it has 2 attacks, which we can use. I mean, 1 attack, sorry, it's got an ability, restart, right, draw. You have 3 cards in hand, which can be useful. And then genome attack hacking, it's 3 energy, but of course, with the Magma Base and the Armarouge, we can move the energies to it when the active, and then we choose one of our opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use that attack. So there are times that's very useful. So that is a real threat to attack with the Mew EX in this deck. So a very nice set of attackers. You have Entei, you have Delphox, you have GU, you have Radiant Heatran, and Mew. So 5 attacking options, which is why I think it is a box deck for sure. You could maybe drop to a second 2 Enteis and add either a Delphox, second Delphox, or GU. It all depends what you want. Box decks give you that little bit of flexibility. 10 basic fire energies. That energy count seems to be adequate. So that's what I've been playing with, and I haven't had any problems getting energy, really. All right, so getting into the trainers, decent amount of trainers here. 1 counter catcher, just really good card. You have to be behind on prizes. You can grab it with your Arven, which deck plays that. So essentially, you can use your supporter on Arven and still use effectively the boss supporter, right? This, of course, because this counter catcher is an item as long as you're behind on prizes. Play 2 switches rather than switch cart. The original build had switch cart, which of course heals your basic when it goes to the bench for switching, but it can't switch out the Charcadets and the Armarouges and the Bibarels, and your opponent can try to stall those, but they're both 2 retreat costs, so I just feel safer with the switch in the deck. 4 Magma Basin, that's just the stadium. You want to accelerate energies. I've considered putting in a collapsed stadium just to get rid of Squawkabilly, but, deck space and the way you play the game, I think it doesn't make sense here. 2 escape ropes, you switch and your opponent switches, and sometimes forcing your opponent to switch is a big plus. 1 for a seal stone, right? We play the Entei Vs, so we can use the V-Star ability, Star Alchemy, search your deck for any 1 card, which can get you what you need to make an attack happen 1 turn. 1 Pal Pad just to get up to 2 supporters from the discard pile back into deck, see where you are in the game, what supporters you need for the matchup, and what you have discarded and prized. 2 Nest Ball to set up. 1, so not a lot of Nest Ball considering we have a lot of basic Pokemon. That's what I felt, with deck space, that's kind of where we're at with it. And honestly, I haven't had much of a problem getting my Pokemon in play. 1 Battle VIP Pass, only one copy, but the assumption is we use it when we go second, and we use our Arven to get that item. That's the thought behind it there. 3 Bravery Charm. Maybe cut a Bravery Charm for another Nest Ball or something as I'm thinking through it. But honestly, 3 Bravery Charms are really, really good. Mostly we're attacking with basics. We're really only attacking with basics. So Bravery Charm is what you want, even on the Radiant Heatran, right? Because as you put those damage counters on, you want to take it out of snipe range and such. So Bravery Charm, really good. 2 Boss's Order, of course, tremendous. 3 Iono, very nice there. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it at the bottom of the deck, draws 1 per prize card. So, hey, at the start of the game, you see a fresh 6 cards. So does your opponent, which may help them. But, hey, when I'm playing up against Lost Zone, seeing them go from like a 12-card hand even to a 6-card hand on turn 1 feels good, right? And then, and of course, late game, it disrupts your opponent if you're behind. So, nice there. 4 Arven, search for a tool and an item. Really good. The deck plays a few different tools. I said the 4 Seal Stones, said the Bravery Charm, and then we also play the Devolution Technical Machine, which is it's a niche card, right? And that one, it goes away the turn is when your turn ends. So if you attach it, you can't leave it in play. It goes to the discard pile, but you devolve each of your opponent's Pokemon in play. The highest stage goes into hand. So if they're playing if they have, which was really effective mainly against decks with rare candy. So which obviously Pidgeot EX, taking that out of play is a nice feeling, or something like a Gardevoir, something like that, where they've skipped the stage 1 is really where that has use. It doesn't come into play in most games, but just 1 copy for when we need it. Super Rod, get back some energy and or Pokemon. We have those 1 of attackers, so we really want to get those back. That's the biggest reason, not really for the energy. 1 Lost Vacuum, bump a stadium or a tool that's causing us trouble. 4 Ultra Ball, which is kind of why we can get away with just 2 Nest Ball. And we need to get energy in the discard pile, so 4 Nest Ball, a lot of ways is good. I also, maybe Earthen Vessel should go on the deck, so maybe dropping, maybe the Bravery Charm drop for an Earthen Vessel. I've considered that play, and that is a bit tempting. And then one Hisuian heavy ball. We have these one of attackers. They're important. We don't know what's going to get prized. Something, with the number of one-ofs we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 one-ofs. One Squawkabilly is only on turn 1, but for attacking one-ofs, we probably get one of them prize. We want to be able to get it out of the prizes as the game goes on. So Hisuian heavy ball, very good in a deck built like this with a bunch of one-ofs. So in a box type deck. So I really enjoy a box type deck like this. It's one type of energy, so it's fairly easy to play and set up, but it gives you some attacking options to handle the different situations. I've enjoyed the deck. Let's take a look and see what we can do with it on the ladder. All right, hopefully get a nice game to show this deck off. I've been tweaking the list as I've been playing it some, just trying to get a 60 that I think works, gives me the best odds. All right, waiting for my opponent to call the coin flip here, as that coin just floats in the air, kind of wavering ever so subtly. Okay, so, all right, they won the coin flip. It's a deck where I could attack turn 1. Okay, I go first. Going first may be preferred. Obviously, they want to go second, so that could be not good for me. All right, I have a switch. I have a rope. Okay, that's kind of nice. They're taking a mulligan. That's good, too. All right, a bunch of jet energy, water. So it's a Lost Zone deck. Okay, so going second, I can take a prize probably. So it's a gear, I assume, and they have the dragon sleeves, so probably. Oh no, they're going second. That is right. They are going second. So I probably want to hit the bench too, right? I think. Do I want to Squawkabilly this turn? Let's see. Maybe I do. Yeah, it's a decent hand to squawk away. So I will do that. Decisions are a little awkward here. Oh, Battle VIP Pass. Well, that's beautiful. Okay. So I want to get down. Let me get down my basics here. Then evolve. So I think I just kind of keep digging here with Entei before I squawk. That's my thought. All right, lose another Arven. Attached to the active, attached to the Squawkabilly. I could attach energy to the active. I might just do that, right? Because it's going to do this and squawk and seize. Another reason to play the rope, that Entei and active is in a good spot. Okay. And I'll just end turn here. So, all right, like the Delphox is a nice option here. Delphox V. And I have the Armarouge. Once I get the Armarouge down, then I can power it up immediately. So I have an energy attached. So I probably will be taking a prize this turn. The Cramorant does not hit for weakness, so that is really good, right? The Greninja, of course. Well, both once my single prize basics are evolved, they're out of range from being one shot by Radiant Greninja. Obviously, Radiant Greninja. It does 2-shot. They are important Pokemon for me, so it's not that is not a threat. So grass. So gonna play grass and psychic, I assume. Which is fine. And water. So they can and the water. So they Lost Zone to water. That's good to know too. That makes it that much harder. Wow, nice big hand size there. So Iono is going to be good, right? Because they're building up a really good hand that they like a lot. They're going to play down a bunch of cards, right? They obviously, assuming it's the Giratina deck, they want to get the Giratina down. So the V down this turn. Probably can't knock out the Giratina, although it's not impossible. Technical Machine. The Devolution is not really going to be very effective. It goes into hand. It's on the attack. So the Giratina, unless I had the Giratina V star with enough. Okay, well that's good there. One, I definitely like that. One to Iono here. Let me draw a card. Okay, got a Stadium down. Do I want to bench that? I probably do. Do I want to really go for it? That's kind of what I'm thinking here. So I'll get rid of. I'm gonna ditch the energy is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna evolve into Armarouge. My Delphox is priced. I just played one copy. I was thinking of putting a second copy of Delphox in. I didn't. I am a bit sad right now. That is what it is. Okay, so Delphox is prized. All right, so I'm guaranteed to be able to attack with the active this game. Do I want to switch here? Do I want to save the switch? Switching's not bad, of course. I can draw another card. I don't need to draw the card, so I'm going to save the switch in case they go a boss stall route, right? And I put switch instead of switch card. Okay, well that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So Heatran, I like this because he's a thrill threat. Because he can one-shot the Giratina eventually. And one-shotting is good, right? I could draw an extra card here. No reason to do that. I could rope into my other Entei. But again, just save these resources, I believe. Draw that extra card. Okay, can't play that. Don't need to accelerate. 180. So take the prize lead. Obviously, they have counter catcher now, though. And so the Armarouge, I could lose the Armarouge. No, well, they don't one-shot the Armarouge. Well, they can one-shot it with the Giratina V. So let's think. So his math, 70. So right now he does 140. 2 more energies, of course. And then he gets to 280. So with 4 damage counters, he one-shots. So once I get one more Magma Base, and this is the nice thing about the Radiant Heatran, it can one-shot a Giratina V star. Whereas the Radiant Charizard cannot one-shot a Radiant Giratina V star. It can with a choice spell, but the Radiant Heatran one-shots it all by itself, and it can one-shot even. I'll set up the Entei because he's probably what I want to attack with next. He's not going to get one shot, I don't think. So yeah, really like this Radiant Heatran. Getting energies in the discard pile. Hopefully, I can keep piling damage counters on him because that is a very good thing. I don't think I'm going to get knocked out, so I don't have room for another bench Pokemon. I think I might want to. I wonder if I want to collapse Stadium just to get rid of that Squawkabilly in these games. I mean, I don't want to drop Magma Basin, but being able to bump a card would be nice. All right, so there's the Giratina V. So they're roping me once again. Send up the Entei V that's loaded up with energy, which is probably preferable. Again, I'm not going to get knocked out. The Giratina V. I need to get this Heatran powered up. That's part of my goal here. Let's think. I want to get an energy down, right? Do I want to attach? Keep him in the active is fine. I think I Iono at this point. Wait on my draw card, right? I draw one for Entei. I can draw with Bibarel if I can discard. I'd love to see an Ultra Ball and get rid of some energy. All right, well, that's okay, too. Definitely okay. Delphox is what I want. For sure. Get that bench threat. So they see him. Now they know they need. I don't want to lost zone energy, though. I don't want to do that. Okay, so let me... I think I want to wait on... Don't need... Yeah, I'll attach there. Keep him out of range of... Make this play. Sorry, keep him out of range of Cramorant is my thought there. All right, so counter catcher can't use that because I'm ahead, but, you know, I'm... Oh, that's nice. Okay, do I want to... I think I want to use my tool, right? And I want to get an Ultra Ball. So that was a nice get. Actually, maybe I should play Earthen Vessel, right? Earthen Vessel, like on a turn like this, Earthen Vessel would actually be really, really nice. Want to get rid of the energy, and I will get rid of Lost Vacuum. I think the other cards are what I want to keep, right? I want my Steam. I want that attacker. Do I want to grab something? I'll grab a Mew. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed anything, but that's okay. I think it's okay. We'll see. So now I get but getting these 2 more damage counters on the Radiant Heatran, very important. Very important. Gives me the knockout next turn. On Giratina V-Star, right? Being able to one-shot the V-Star, very, very nice. Right, I mean, that's why the Giratina V-Star is nice in itself. It one-shots just about everything. Well, with the second attack, it gets rid of anything. And the first attack one-shots most Pokemon. Obviously, these Stage 2 EXs change the math, change the numbers you need to hit. But look, it's a Stage 2, so while you don't one-shot it, your opponent's got to do a bunch of work to get it set up. So not one-shotting those Stage 2s is okay. They obviously want to get Evolve. What's their... So they have 7 now. Okay. So they lost zone 1 Giratina V-Star. So if the other Giratina V-Star is prized, they will have a problem. So Colress, so they going to have access to Abyss Seeking, Main to Shred. I apologize. No, neither of those. They'll have access to whatever the one that just knocks me out. They have 10 in the lost zone now. So really digging through things a lot. You know, look at that. 11 cards in hand. It's kind of absurd how effective Lost Zone is. So another V down. Okay. That's all right. I mean, I'm not sure what they're going to do here. So they're kind of struggling. So they're not doing... I can't counter catcher. I did hit boss. I don't get the knockout, though. I do 200 damage. I think I don't use the boss, right? I'll draw my card. Do I want to hit into the V? That's one of my questions, right? 4 times 7, right? 280. I don't need to do more than 280. All right, the Delphox could be nice too. I guess, do I want to gust him up? That's kind of my question. All right, you know what? I'm going to gust him up with the energy. Just kind of put him in an awkward spot. So, obviously, they kept that one bench spot free, perhaps intentionally, perhaps just that's the way it worked. But obviously, it was to their benefit, and they've probably did know that. It's not like the math there's overly complex. It's not like these Entei decks are some crazy rogue thing. So they can... Let's see. They don't knock me out with the... Wow, okay. Well, they failed there. Okay. So are they going to use Abyss Seeking on me? Is that going to be the play? Because they failed on the Mirage Gate, right? So they can use... I mean, they Star Requiem. I apologize. So are they going to Star Requiem use up their one big attack here? They are. So I'm going to finish him off with the Entei V because... Actually, I might finish them off with I don't have my Mew down, do I? Could finish him off with... Kind of need a switching card, though, don't I? But the Delphox here would take... does 120, and I can take out a bench Pokemon. I can take 3 prizes this turn. So I think that's the play I want to make. All right, so I want to get another energy into play here, right? It's getting a little awkward here, isn't it? So I think I will make my draw. I'd like to get off that Delphox attack if at all possible, certainly. Let me get another energy here. To Radiant Heatran. Sorry, I shouldn't say here. I mean, it's visual, but there's no indication visually what I want to do. So I want to get rid of. I'll probably ditch the counter catcher. I don't think I'm going behind on prizes. I will drop the Mew as well. Maybe I'll keep the counter catcher. I'm going to keep the counter catcher. I can't. No, I have to discard. What am I doing? I'll keep the counter catcher. Okay, Mew. I want to fail there. I want to rod back the Mew. I don't need another Entei deck. That just clogs me up. I will Pal Pad, just thinning away. Let me get the boss back. That's really what I want to get, right? Get the boss back. Let me drop the Delphox. At this point, I need a switching card, right? That's what I need. So let's see what I hit. I hit the switch. That is lovely. So the Delphox does 120 to the bench. So there we go. Delphox up, move my energy. One from there. Let me get one from here. Just keep both of those. All right, and they conceded because they knew. They probably knew, right? They knew what was coming with the Delphox. Obviously, I hadn't shown the energy yet, so I could have been bluffing potentially. But I was going to take out the V star and going to take out something. I could have hit into the bench to weaken him, or I was going to take out a Comfy, just get myself a prize away. So deck really showed itself off quite nicely in that last game. All right, hopefully get another game to show this deck off with. I'm not sure. It's been a bit hit or miss, both how it's gone for me, how it's gone for my opponents, how we've set up, how we've dead drawing or not. So it's kind of one of those days of lopsided games, is what I'd say, which doesn't make good videos in that it doesn't really show much off. Look, I mean, I will certainly, if my opponent just bricks, but my deck sets up, it at least shows the potential of this deck. But it's obviously much better in a game with some back and forth. At least that's how I look at it. So, all right, Mew in the active. That's nice. Get my pivot down. This is not a good hand, though. I have the Iono. I have Magma Basin. I go first, so if I don't top deck anything, I got nothing. So I will play him down. I'll make that play, and I think I end turn. So it's not a good start. I have the free retreat, right? That's what it's saying there, but I don't want to send up the cheat. The next attack, Flame Search, I don't use it a lot. I got to say, maybe I should lean into it more. It's quite, but doing 100 damage and accelerating energies is really good if you have Charcadet down, because then you're kind of set for the game with one use of that attack. That's my opinion. So it's Intelligent Urshifu. I haven't run into that in a while. I know I've seen that it's got some success. Obviously, I'm a fire deck, so that Inteleon's just gonna smack through me really, really hard. And it's not going to be a good feeling, right? It's not going to be a good feeling. All right, so I think I need to get down. I need to get down. I need to attack with him. All I have are fire attackers, right? So, I have the free retreat. I might as well take out the Remoraid. Have to be careful of that Heatran, right? The Heatran. Have to be careful with my energy attachments to this game, right? So I don't have an energy in the discard pile, but I think I want to do this. Want to knock out the active. I will Iono, which might just help my opponent, but I just need an energy, and I can take a knockout. Okay, heavy ball. Let's see what I got there. Entei is better than nothing. All right, Battle VIP Pass was prized. So I'm glad I did not go for that play, right? All right, what do I do here? I need an energy, right? I need it. All right, so I need to thin things down. Some is part of what I need to do here. So let me drop him. And him. And what do I want to get down on to play here? I think I need the Charcadet. I kind of... Yeah. All right, so I want to thin out my hand. Put the Bravery Charm. Let me think here. So he's going to get blown up anyway, right? Actually, he might protect him. I'm trying to think. I think the numbers don't matter. All right, so I will make that play. Draw a card here. Just, all right, 2 energies. That's what I wanted, so I like that. So I will save my tool, I guess so. Although I could get another Pokemon down, right? So I'm going to do 100. Actually, I'm just going to spread energy across the board here. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Boom, boom, and boom. Choose 3 fire energies. I think, and it makes me choose. Obviously, it could matter if they're different energies, right? It just says, no, a basic fire energy. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I still could have skipped the attachment phase. I don't know. I think once I chose 3 Pokemon, I had to attach them. Yeah, I think I had to make the attachment to each of those guys. So Iono, I have the pivot and Mew. I lose the Armarouge, but they're not going to fill up their bench here. I got to assume, right? Okay, give themselves the free retreat. Have Arven, which isn't bad. That means I can get the Armarouge down. Delphox is obviously very nice here. Do they have the stage 2? That's a big factor here, right? So they do not. So that's big for me. Can I... Radiant Heatran's quite nice. All right, so... Because he blows him up, right? So I like Radiant Heatran. All right, so I still have... All right, need my stadium. I don't have any energy yet, right? But that's okay. So... Radiant Heatran. I'm going to bench you. Put you down. Okay, so... Arven, what do I want to get here? I don't think I can pull off the Delphox play, right? I need a Delphox, and I need... Let me think. If I get the Delphox down, I can retreat for 1, 1, 2... I think I do want a Delphox, right? I do think I get the Delphox play works for me, so might as well just... I'm basically thinning with this tool more than anything else, which is fine. No, that's not what I wanted at all, was it? Oh, no, that's okay, right? It's okay. So Delphox. bench him. 1, 2, yeah, so Entei. I grab my stage 2 here. The Armarouge. I don't have access to Bibarel, unfortunately, but that's life in the big city here. We'll retreat. I will Magma Basin too. Get some damage on my Radiant Heatran. Plus, I need energy going, right? And I will now accelerate these energies up. Let's see. What do I keep here? I keep the one on the Entei, just because the Entei then can finish him off for 1. Right? My energy situation is not ideal here, but putting the pressure on and yeah, so I take out the Remoraid again, take another prize, just put the pressure on, threaten them. Now they're, even if they evolve, their Inteleon's in some trouble. 1, 2, if I get a third, okay, I'm just trying to think if I can attack with, so they have Clara, so they're going to get back probably both Remoraids. Yep, okay. They would have loved to get back energy, of course, so they're going to toss down both Remoraids, I assume. Look, increases my damage with my Entei, of course. Oh, they're just doing the 1. Okay. Okay. So they're going to blow up my active, but yeah, that's not, Aqua Bullet does 120. Okay. I mean, that's not good for them, right? I'm going to knock them out this turn. I think I did already use my rod. I did, so I don't have any recovery this game. So I 1, 2. So I want to get a little more damage on the Radiant Heatran because that's good for me. Energy's in play, of course, is good as well. Do I want to Arven here? I don't even know if I want to Arven. So I'm going to attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does 120, so he takes the knockout. Good. Just wanted to make sure he had the knockout. Actually, hang on. I can do 100 damage here and get some more energies in play. That's actually what I should do. Yeah, let's not be dumb. Let's use Flame Surge like an intelligent human being. I don't know what I should Arven for something, I guess, is what I'm thinking. And they concede. So, because I had knockout, I actually was going to win the game that turn, right? Yeah, actually I had game, didn't I? I had game on board, so I was stalling. My apologies for stalling there. I do believe I had game there, right? So I just should have gone ahead and attacked. So I don't like it when people do that, and I'm guilty of that there, I do believe. But anyway, deck's setting up well. And, fireboxes are a deck I find a lot of fun and certainly enjoy this build.